visiting Falcons. They come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. Thinking anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taking it about the 1.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
Hold on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Singletary to get the drive started. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
He'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Hey, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Wide open receiver complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Holding offense.
The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw.
And complete to Drake London.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
No score after one on EA Sports. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Fields on first down. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Off play action, Fields. And again back to Kmet.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Read option, here's Montgomery.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
On 4th down, Fields. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. This one caught by Ridley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Brooklyn?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punt as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Ridley. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the 36, Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Finds Komet on the quick slant.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA.
To look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 36, Fields flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Carter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now Fields.
Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score, put some points on the board, and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the give, this is Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 22. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And they'll get him down right about the 20. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Falcons! Bryan Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talking about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the option, here's Montgomery. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Here's Fields. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Falcon football.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the third at MetLife Stadium. And it's the Jets who are leading in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Now back to throw.
And complete to Drake London.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Singletary trying the left side.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. 2nd and 4. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Chark.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Singletary here running out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears now ready to take over again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On first down, it's Fields. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a two-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Fields on first down. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. Open man right side is Shark. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
That's good for a shift.
Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Fields. This is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Fields now to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now.
Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, they go with Singletary. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
On the handoff, it's Singletary. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.